Yes, I will say that majority of the schools actually had a lack of awareness. A lot of them are used to having these bodegas on the corner, so the first thing they'll pick up are the cheap foods. So they'll pick up the Takis, they'll pick up Arizonas because that's all they can afford at the time, and it tastes really good to them. And they didn't necessarily know like the actual effects of what those foods would do to the body. I would definitely say that. Lack of physical activity outside of school, mainly the eating habits that they have are really a big impact on the fact that they lack that like health awareness, and also like that they're young, so they have that mentality where I can eat whatever I want and nothing's going to happen to me, but they need to realize that that will catch up to me. I also wanted to note that culturally, a lot of our kids, they only can eat what they are given from their parents. So a lot of times they don't have a say so, like, hey mom, I want to eat carrots. They're like, no, you can only eat what I give you. And a lot of it is like heavy rice, fried foods, and they can't be like, no, that's disrespectful in their culture. So they have to kind of go along with it. I think that also plays a big role in why the kids make the conscious efforts to go after unhealthy foods, opposed to going after healthy foods that will help them. Yes, a big change along the lines of health awareness. A lot of the kids are trying to make more healthier, conscious decisions about what the foods they're eating. They try to, instead of getting Arizonas, I want to try waters. I know off the back, I infuse my water with mint, cucumbers, and lemon, and a lot of the kids were like, I want to try mint too in my water. So now it's a push for that. Instead of getting Takis, they're like, well, I want to try the Smart Food popcorn instead. I'm like, great, that's a great move. So it's slow but steady changes, but they're thinking about the foods they're putting in their bodies more now with Fun First being here than they were before. Absolutely. It empowers underserved communities with education that necessarily we would not receive. With nutrition, exercises, the benefits, and how it helps the body. And they often they share that same information with their families, a lot of them being not necessarily of American descent, so they're helping out their families who necessarily don't know. So they're sharing the wealth, they're sharing that education as far as nutrition and exercise and spreading around the community. That it's awesome. It incorporates a mentorship. Everyone who collaborates and works together, they're team players. They all have the children's best interests in heart. And they're really big pillars like within the community, I would definitely say. And also bridging that gap, bringing in, I know last week we went on a field trip, we met it with fire departments, building that bridge so that you also can, work together with outside community members, public service members, which is really dope.